Hello and welcome to my channel, your go-to source for the latest in WWE 24. Don't forget to follow and subscribe for all the updates. Let's dive right in.
Triple H has been leading WWE's creative for the past few years now. While fans were in love with his booking during his initial years, the game seems to have lost his edge over the past year. During a recent interview, the WWE Chief Content Officer showered praise at TNA legend Bobby Roode and seemingly hand-picked him for a major producer role in the company. Before he joined WWE's developmental territory NXT in 2016, Bobby Roode made a name for himself in TNA wrestling. He's a former two-time TNA World Heavyweight Champion and is widely remembered for his tag team run with Cowboy James Storm as Beer Money. Roode joined the Stamford-based company in 2016 and immediately became one of the biggest stars in NXT. He became the NXT champion within his first year in the promotion by defeating Shinsuke Nakamura. In a recent interview with Cody Rhodes on the What Do You Want to Talk About podcast, Triple H revealed how he handpicked Roode for a producer role in the company. When his career started to wind down, at that time, I remember thinking to myself, when he wants to be done taking bumps, he's a good guy for this. I always start out with he's a grown-up, as well. He's not a kid just looking to get another paycheck, right? He understands the difference between business and being one of the boys and all that stuff. Grown up, but gets it and just has a great demeanor for it and is a sponge for it, he said. It's great to see Bobby Roode embrace a producer role in WWE under Triple H's guidance. Triple H confirmed that Bobby Roode has retired from in-ring competition. During the same interview, the game confirmed that Bobby Roode has officially retired from in-ring competition now. Roode hasn't competed in a single match since 2022. His last televised match was the 2022 edition of the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. He has been working as a producer in the company since then. Unfortunately, he had a neck injury that wasn't subsiding. He and I spoke about it. I said, why don't you come in and start learning to be an agent? And if the medical stuff clears up, it'd be great. It'll help your career. If it doesn't, we'll start using it, but, man, he jumped on it, and just very quickly I started moving him up the line and then having the conversation with Mike Hayes about mentor him, said Triple H. Fans are overwhelmed after seeing so many legends retire in the past few months. Stars like John Cena, AJ Styles and Hiroshi Tanahashi are no longer active stars, and now a Bobby Roode return is also out of the picture. In the ever-evolving world of professional wrestling, few figures wield as much influence behind the scenes as Paul Levesque, better known to fans worldwide as Triple H. Since taking over creative control in WWE, he has redefined the company's direction, blending long-term storytelling, elevating younger talent, and making strategic decisions that often reshape the industry landscape overnight. Now, in a move that has stunned fans and insiders alike, Triple H has reportedly handpicked a legendary name from Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, a figure whose career helped define an entire era outside WWE, for a massive new role within the company. The decision comes at a pivotal time, as WWE continues to expand its global footprint and refine its identity heading into future marquee events. But what makes this decision so compelling isn't just the name involved, it's the reasoning behind it. When his career started to wind down. According to backstage sources, Triple H's interest in bringing in a TNA legend began years ago, when he noticed something that many others overlooked. When his career started to wind down, that's when he became more valuable than ever, Triple H reportedly said in a private discussion. The legend in question? None other than Steve Borden, a man whose name is synonymous with loyalty, reinvention, and an almost mythical presence in professional wrestling. Sting's career spans decades, from his early days in WCW to his defining run in TNA, and even his emotional late career resurgence elsewhere. But it wasn't just his in-ring ability that caught Triple H's attention, it was his understanding of storytelling, character evolution, and the intangible art of connecting with an audience. As Sting transitioned from a full-time performer to a part-time attraction, something changed. His promos became deeper. His presence became more impactful. Every appearance carried weight. And that's exactly what WWE's current regime values. A role beyond the ring. Triple H isn't bringing Sting back for one last match, or even a nostalgic storyline. Instead, the role being discussed is far more significant, a hybrid position that blends mentorship, creative input, and on-screen authority. This is not unprecedented in WWE. Legends have often returned in ambassadorial roles, but this feels different. This feels intentional. Sting is expected to work closely with rising talent, especially those struggling to find a compelling character. Assist in developing long-term story arcs, particularly for darker, more psychological gimmicks. Offer guidance on pacing, crowd psychology, and emotional storytelling. Potentially appear on screen in a limited capacity, adding gravitas to key feuds. Triple H has always emphasized the importance of experience, not just star power. And Sting's experience is virtually unmatched when it comes to evolving with the times without losing authenticity. Why Sting? Why now? At first glance, the move might seem surprising. Sting has long been associated with promotions outside WWE, and his WWE run itself was relatively brief compared to his legacy. But that's precisely why this works. Triple H is building a WWE that doesn't ignore wrestling history, it embraces it. By bringing in a TNA icon, he's signaling a broader shift, one where talent is valued not by where they came from, but by what they bring to the table now. Sting represents authenticity. He never chased trends, he became one. Adaptability. From surfer Sting to the Crow-inspired vigilante, he evolved without losing identity. Emotional depth. Few wrestlers can command silence in an arena like Sting. And perhaps most importantly, Sting understands something many modern performers struggle with: patience. In an era dominated by instant gratification, Sting's slow-burn storytelling approach could be exactly what WWE needs to elevate its narratives to the next level. The locker room reaction. News of Sting's potential involvement has already begun to ripple through the WWE locker room, and the reactions have been overwhelmingly positive. Veteran stars reportedly see this as a masterstroke. Younger talent, meanwhile, view it as an opportunity to learn from someone who has seen and survived every era of professional wrestling. Names like Joe Anoa'i and Rhea Ripley are said to be particularly intrigued by the idea of collaborating with Sting, especially given his expertise in crafting aura-driven characters. For performers trying to break out of the mid-card or redefine themselves, having access to Sting's insight could be career-changing. A strategic masterstroke by Triple H. What makes this move truly fascinating is how it fits into Triple H's broader vision. Since taking charge, he has reintegrated NXT as a true developmental powerhouse, brought back released talent and given them meaningful storylines, focused on in-ring quality while maintaining entertainment value. Adding Sting to the mix isn't just about nostalgia, it's about adding another layer of depth to WWE's creative ecosystem. Triple H understands that wrestling is at its best when it feels real. And Sting, more than almost anyone, has mastered the art of making the unreal feel real. The potential on-screen impact. While the primary focus is behind the scenes, the possibility of Sting appearing on WWE programming, even sporadically, cannot be ignored. Imagine a dimly lit arena, the lights flickering. A struggling superstar on the brink of collapse. And suddenly, Sting emerges, not as a competitor, but as a guiding force. These moments don't need to happen often. In fact, they're more powerful when they're rare. Sting's presence could elevate entire storylines without ever stepping into the ring. Bridging generations. One of WWE's biggest challenges has always been balancing its past, present, and future. By bringing in Sting, Triple H is effectively building a bridge between generations. Fans who grew up watching Sting in TNA and WCW. Current audiences invested in today's WWE product. Future stars looking for guidance and inspiration. It's a move that respects legacy while still pushing forward. The business implications. Beyond storytelling, there's also a business side to consider. Sting's involvement could Attract lapsed fans who followed his career outside WWE. Generate buzz across wrestling communities. Strengthen WWE's reputation as the ultimate destination for wrestling legends. In an increasingly competitive entertainment landscape, these factors matter more than ever. Final thoughts: a defining moment. Triple H's decision to handpick Sting for a major WWE role may go down as one of the most important behind-the-scenes moves of his tenure. It's not flashy. It's not headline-grabbing in the traditional sense. But it's smart. It's calculated. And most importantly, it's meaningful. When his career started to wind down. For many, that phrase signals the end. But for Sting, it might just mark the beginning of a whole new chapter, one where his legacy doesn't just live on, but actively shapes the future of WWE. And under Triple H's leadership, that future looks more intriguing than ever.